Hey, this is Redman coming to you live from the world-famous Comedy Store for a brand new episode of Kill Tony Volume 2. Give it up for Tony Hinchcliffe.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Yes. Welcome, everybody. How you guys doing tonight? That little remix you heard there at the end, that surprise remix that I didn't know was coming, was because yesterday was my 30th birthday, everybody. That's right. Look out. 30 years old. But I can still play 17. So if there's any casting agents in the room, I'm still a gun for hire. So feel free to put me in anything you want. How you guys doing? Welcome, Comedy Store, everybody. You guys made it. You're at the world famous right now. You are in the attic of the #1 comedy club in the world, guys. So I'm glad to have you here. This is very exciting. We're going to have a fun time tonight. First off, I'd like to just give a quick shout out to our sponsors, McDonald's. You guys are the best. This is the time of the year where, guess what? It's Monopoly time. That's right. You can peel here and play now. Actually, it's not Monopoly time. It's the new mobile soccer app from McDonald's. Try our mobile soccer app at gol.mcd.com. That's right. There's some cool soccer art. The World Cup is happening. Quarter pounder burgers are now just $2.99 at McDonald's. I'm loving it.
I like how they've teamed up with SeaWorld. It's like, hey, you know, we don't care about all the bad stuff. We're going to team up with SeaWorld.
You can get the new blackfish fillet only at McDonald's. I'm loving it. You have to say the I'm loving it or we don't get paid, believe it or not.
Right, I'm loving it.
I'm loving it so much. Winning refreshment. Don't forget, new summer lemonade, only 99 cents. I'm loving it.
Every drink's 99 cents there, I thought.
I think so.
It's like you get small, medium, large, whatever. It's just 99 cents.
Everything's 99 cents. I see the lines at McDonald's at the airport this weekend. I just got back from Indianapolis, everybody. That was a lot of fun. Thank you to the crowds in Indianapolis that came out if you're listening to this. I had a blast there. Had to kick some guys out. It happened again. These fuck-ups, some audience members just don't get it. Guy was making fart noises in the first 5 minutes of my set over and over again. He just kept making fart noises. And the crazy thing was I was fucking killing. Like right from the gate, I just came out making fun of this person, making fun of that person. But, you know, you have to, when you're doing stand-up and you're doing a 45-minute, hour-long set, you got to slow it down sometimes. You got to let them breathe. I mean, you can't just try to fucking destroy nonstop or else everybody's out of energy after 20 minutes. Anyway. But so every time I would take a little pause, I would just hear this fucking fart noise from the corner of the room. And these idiots, they don't know that I have better vision than almost anybody I've ever heard of. So, like, they're in the far corner, and they're making fart noises, and they don't think I can see them. I go, whoever's over there making fart noises, stop. And I'm looking right at the person. Then he does it again. I go, hey, guy in the red shirt, yellow lettering, stop making fart noises or else I'm going to kick you out. He goes, I'd like to see you try. And then I go, all right, well, then you're gone. And he didn't know, but I watched the security guy slowly walking over. So when I go, all right, you're gone, he goes, all right. And then the security guy's like, dude, you got to go. He came right over his shoulder. He's like, oh, shit.
Wow.
And then he stood up and he goes, fuck you, faggot. And I go, wow, you know, I never would have guessed that you're that ignorant after making fart noises for the first 5 minutes of my set.
Wow.
So that was fun. Oh, and the best part of that was they walked out on their tab, right? But guess what? They forgot their iPhone there, everybody. So, I win. They had to come back the next day, pay their $35 tab, and collect their iPhone that had a cracked screen.
Oh, no.
Which was really bizarre. I don't know how that happened. No, I'm kidding. No, the screen was already cracked. I wouldn't do that.
But you did put it in your ass, I hope. I would have done that. I would have wiped
You would have put it in your
ass?
ass?
Oh, fuck yeah. Put the head of it in there. I don't give a shit. It's an iPhone. It doesn't have balls. Or
Have you ever put anything in your butt before?
Just my finger in the shower, just make sure everything was okay.
Really? You
Yeah.
give yourself a rectal
It's
exam?
a little soapy. Who knows?
How would you know if anything's not okay? Like, what do you think would be there? Like a Hot Wheels or something?
I'm thinking it would be like a really hard, like, what the fuck is this thing?
Right, like a polyp.
Right, a polyp.
Polyp.
Polypadoo.
But it was a fun weekend. You do anything crazy this weekend?
Yeah, I did. I played Charlie Chaplin's house. There's a bar down the street that Charlie Chaplin used to live in, and so Janis Joplin and all that. And it was awful. It was one of the worst shows I've ever done in my life. The sound system didn't work really well.
That's because Charlie Chaplin was a silent movie.
I know.
He's
They
not used
suck
to
at
the
audio.
microphone. Yeah.
But then there was a rave downstairs. One of the comedians just couldn't take it, and because he was like, no one was really paying attention or whatever. He wasn't engaging enough or whatever. And he just got mad and freaked out and ran out the front door.
I've never seen that before.
I've
That's
never
so
seen that
great.
ever in my life.
I mean, you just take your bombing like a man.
I know.
You don't run away
Just
in the middle of your set.
Recognize it at least,
Yeah.
you know, or something. Or just say, all right, that's it. You guys aren't listening. My name's so-and-so. Thanks a lot. Get off. But don't just be like, ah! And just like run. It's so fucking weird.
Oh, that's so awesome. Jimmy Shubert wants to know if he can do 2 minutes and 30 seconds on the show tonight. He's getting ready for a taping on Wednesday.
Sure.
And then the set is 2:30. Please invite me, and then you guys can critique me. The great Jimmy Shubert's one of the best comedians in the world, so it's very funny that he's, first of all, asking, and second of all, saying that we can critique him afterwards. So that's an exciting little bonus.
I'll tell him a little yesy poos.
I'm just going to type yes real quick, guys.
So you didn't see, did anyone watch The Shooter that was out today? No one? Wow. Man, that was a lot of boring.
What happened?
There was a huge police chase, and then this guy got out of his car around North Hollywood and just pulls out this huge, a rifle, automatic rifle, and he just starts walking down the street with this rifle. Then he jumps on top of a house, and he's just sitting there with this rifle on the house. And up to that point, it was like, fuck yeah, this is craziness. And then he goes inside the house and takes a nap or something and doesn't do anything for 4 hours.
Wow.
Yeah. And they closed up all of North Hollywood. They had the SWAT team there. They were getting people out of schools, running out of schools into parks. I mean, this guy caused so much shit.
Yeah.
And they just threw a couple smoke bombs in there and it came out.
One more reason to not go to North Hollywood, guys, is if you needed another reason. Well, I'm very excited to be here. We're going to have another very fun episode, guys. I'm so happy that this audience is here. This is very exciting. So let's get the party started. As always, we have a head of security here tonight. Yet another version of the Iron Man to keep us safe. And this is a guy who's done it quite a few times. You might know him as a Comedy Store employee, the producer of this podcast, and a multiple-time Iron Patriot. It's the Iron Josh, everybody. Here he is. Oh, he didn't have anybody to help him close the back of the outfit because he's the one that normally does that for people.
I got no help. I also have a shoelace untied, and I can't tie it.
And you put the knee pads on over the outfit.
You've got the knee pads backwards.
You know, I trip a lot, and I don't want to bust my knee.
Hell yeah.
It's very expensive to repair.
A knee.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the knee pads wouldn't work underneath that little clothing if you put it underneath.
Right. Anyway, I think you're more likely to trip with the knee pads on the outside, but that's okay.
At least my knees are protected.
You made a judgment call, you know.
You forgot your vest.
Yeah, you're not wearing the vest with the light either.
You know,
with the light on it.
I feel like with more lighting, people are less likely to fuck me because they can see what I look like. So, you know, I'm just trying to fuck.
All right. We have a very horny head of security tonight. If anybody wants to bone him, enjoy yourself. If any women in the audience have a fetish for 12-year-old boys, Josh is right up your alley. Speaking of 12-year-olds, Happy Meals are available at McDonald's this week. So did you know that McDonald's is the #1 producer of toys because of the Happy Meal?
Really?
Yeah, the #1 toy producer in the world because they have to fill all those Happy Meals up with toys.
Wow.
Little fun fact. So you learned something here tonight.
You know, the Iron Patriot's role in this is getting a kind of... I just don't like it anymore. We need to, replace it with Sexy Patriots or something. It's just a piece of shit over there.
There's one guy jerking off in the back of the room that agrees with you about the Sexy Patriot.
Maybe we could...
I can go pantless if you need me to.
Nah. I can't even imagine what your bush down there looks like if your hair looks like that. Yeah, but I mean, what if we had a competition who could be the sexiest patriot or something, and then every week have like a sexy patriot.
How about you just watch porn before you come to the show, and then your balls won't be throbbing full when you get here to the point to where you want sexy patriot. I think Josh is perfectly sexy enough for this show. Right, Josh?
I guess.
He's got so much confidence, this guy.
No confidence, all swag, though.
Swag?
Yeah, swag.
Very good. All right.
Okay.
Josh Martin, obviously his secret weapon is killing momentum of the show. He's a killer. So this is going to be really fun. Josh, are you ready?
Yeah, let's get this shit started.
If anybody attacks somebody on the stage at any given point, what are you going to do to keep us safe?
I'm going to first try to step on the stage without tripping.
Uh-huh.
And then hope to God there's not bed bugs, because that's the one thing I can't kill.
You do have a bed bug infestation right now.
Do you really?
In real life. Not the man. We're talking about the man behind the suit right now. Not the superhero Iron Patriot does not have bed bugs, but the actual Josh Martin does right now, which I think is so funny. I used to think that was just that like nighttime thing, like don't let the bed bugs bite. But I didn't realize until a few years ago they were a real thing. And now you have an infestation.
I moved into an infestation.
He moved into a place that had an empty bedroom and 2 roommates, and he moved in, gave a deposit and the first month's rent, slept there one night, and all of his shit was covered with bed bugs. Can you guys imagine that?
Whose bed is it, though?
It was my mattress. I moved in, so.
Wait, where did you originally buy this mattress?
Like a year ago. It was a brand new mattress.
But the box spring was infested or something.
All of them became infested after one night.
Oh
the room
my
was
God.
infested.
So the mattress is ruined.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. So yes, would be the answer. But fuck yeah. Let's if anybody wants, you could throw a $1 at Josh after the show too. We'll have a little fundraiser for your bed bug infestation.
Just in case you have scabies, you better get a shot. Believe me.
Fuck
Yeah.
yeah. Thank you, Mr. Gobblesworth from Willy Wonka, the master of the
Good tip.
everlasting gobstopper.
It is a good tip, man. There's a lot. I mean, if you really do have bed bugs, you do not want to be sleeping on that shit at all. You want to go back.
I that one night, and I already got most of my shit clean.
Are you back to your car with the piss on it?
I'm back to the Pontiac vibe,
It's amazing because you were
Sweet.
struggling comic for so long and you were sleeping in your car for a while, and now that you've had more trouble living at places than you did when you were in your car. Who would have thought? Oh, Jesus. Oh, can anybody tell where the Armenian is sitting tonight? Jesus, settle down. Fucking... All right, let's get this party started, guys. As always, I always have 2 of my funniest friends come on and be guests on the show, and this week's no different. Put your hands together for them, everybody. It's an amazing show. It's Chris Porter and Eleanor Kerrigan, everybody. Wow. Chris was on a couple months ago. This is Eleanor's first time. She opens for Dice on the road. She's an amazing comic. Former Comedy Store employee, been in the game for a while. One of the first comics to believe in me. She went up to the talent coordinator after I was here just a few weeks or a couple months, and she said, this guy's going to be something. And you were right, Eleanor.
Really?
I thought she said, I'm pretty sure that dude's gay.
Yeah, that too.
I sucked
And
his cock anyway.
he agreed with that. Tommy thought I was gay for a long time.
We all did.
He used to
okay.
tell
We
my
all
friends, he used to say, well, I'm not going to pass Tony until he admits that he's gay. That's what he used to say.
So
what
did you admit it? Is that how you got
what I
passed?
did was,
Oh.
this is interesting, is I just created a joke about how everybody thinks I'm gay because if you're skinny and you have good bone structure, you come across as gay. And that joke ended up getting me passed.
There you go.
So there you go.
Wow.
Just got to
Mazel
acknowledge.
tov.
You got to
You
acknowledge
should've
what
just
people
sent him a
think.
video of you banging some hooker.
Right. Yeah. Wow, you're not gonna fool me. You have a prostitute. Any
Well, I
gay
meant
guy
I
can do
meant a
that.
euphemistic
Right.
hooker.
There you
You
go.
know,
It would have been even funnier if I
just
sent
a
him,
girl with bad parents.
or I should have sent him a video of me butt fucking a male prostitute
Ooh.
and just
Going,
been
I hate this.
you.
This is awful.
Are you happy, Tommy?
is the
Is this what
worst.
you wanted, Tommy?
All this for $15.
Yeah. All this to get my name on the wall.
There you go.
And maybe that's how I could have finished. I could have written out Tony Hinchcliffe on the guy's back in cursive, like, this is what my name better look like, Tommy.
That's a lot of spooge.
Hell yeah, it is. Hinchcliffe is
Through that
11
line,
letters.
And you got to cross a bunch of letters.
Yeah.
That's control.
I'm so glad you guys are here. Chris, we had a lot of fun with you last time you were on this show. Thanks for coming back. Eleanor, this is your first time.
I'm breaking my cherry.
Hell
This
yeah.
is nice.
This is fun. You have any you have any fun stories about a time in the belly room?
Whoa. People can hear me?
Yeah.
No, I can't say.
It's not Love Line.
No, I can't. Yeah, a lot of fun stories. I waited tables up here a long time.
Yeah.
So, yes, I did. Very exciting. But no, I can't really. I had sex in the bathroom once.
Yeah.
That was right before we came out here.
I couldn't resist his flare jeans. They really.
The orange hat is for
That was
safety.
Bell bottoms just make me wet.
That's it.
You and two chicks at an Allman Brothers concert.
Josh, you have any questions for our guest tonight?
Oh boy, huh?
Oh man.
I guess, will you fuck me, Eleanor? And also, Chris, I don't know.
Will you wear
Tell
that
me if
outfit?
Eleanor to fuck me.
Will you wear that outfit?
Yeah.
Maybe.
The speech.
Does it have a little pouch that opens up that your little pecker
No,
can
you'll
come
just
out?
have to dry hump
No,
the
actually,
shit out of him.
you have to fuck me in the ass.
All right.
What?
I got you.
Just so the audience knows, there was a brief discussion backstage. We were talking with a young lady, and she was complaining about how a dude asked her over to see a movie.
Right.
When obviously he wanted to just fuck, and she was like, well, why don't you just ask me if I want to come over and fuck? And Josh and I were like, we can do that? Like, if we thought that would work, we would have done that, but...
Well, we both responded that, yes, you can do that.
But I think that's...
no, certain girls.
I think
certain girls get
hypothetically...
nervous.
I think if I called you just out of the blue and was like, hey, you want to come over and fuck?
I'd be like,
that.
no, I'm good.
Okay.
Quick. But
That'd
if I
be-
wanted to, I'd be like, yes, wear that fucking creepy suit.
Now, about the movie and fucking thing, what do you think is the best kind of movie to watch with a girl if your sole intention is to get in her pants? Do you go
a terrible one.
Emotional movie, like a chick flick, to maybe
No.
get her those pheromones, female pheromones going or whatever it is, that estrogen
Romantic
in their
comedy,
system?
you mean?
Yeah, a rom-com.
No.
Or do you go for like an action movie so that she's like, this sucks? I'd rather...
American
Snuff
History
films
X.
don't work.
American
I
History
found
X.
out.
Snuff films don't
Don't work. They're like, is this what you want to do? I was like,
Are you
well,
gonna
not
kill me?
all of it.
Not the
Not
whole thing.
Just the first 10 minutes.
I like that.
I'm so glad you guys are here.
Really?
Let's get this party train moving along. Yes. Over 20 comedians signed up for the opportunity to do 1 minute on this stage and then chat with us about what they talked about and who they are afterwards. So, comedians, you know that your 60 seconds is up when you hear the sound of a kitty. Aw, how cute. That means
wow.
wrap it up then, or else you're going to bring out the angry West Hollywood bear. That's
Wow.
it? All right.
A lot of people on the internet are getting pissed off at me
Pretty.
for the West Hollywood Bear thing.
Aw, so now he just does a little chippy chop.
I'm trying to work out, and the bear's so loud, and blew my speakers. And
That bear has
1
gotten a little
minute.
bit crazy. Maybe it's... See that, people?
It's a different kind of bear.
Yeah, that's why you don't want to run the light. This is show business. You get off when you hear that kitty. So, you guys ready? I believe this is Josh 53? 54?
I think 54.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Wow.
this is episode 54 of Kill Tony. Are you ready? Very mellow crowd. Lots of golf clapping going on. Very light clap. All right, okay, this person didn't even write down a name. They just wrote down their Twitter handle. Put your hands together for Reminisce 1. There he is.
Put the clock back. Put the clock back.
Josh Martin.
Oh boy, he has no hands.
Are you serious? Your name, my pants. Hello.
Please.
Yeah.
All right.
Woo! Put your hands together for him, everybody. Let's
Give
restart.
another shot.
Well, like I said, this is my first time here. I'm really excited. I'm really happy. I have a strange, weird, I don't know what it was, but I guess, like, when I was growing up, like, you see, I hung out with a lot of players. And the thing was, it's like you could spot me in, like, a whole crowd and say, he doesn't belong quite there, you know? It's just the strangest phenomenon because I remember, like just growing up, and I used to study the type of charisma they had. It's like they had this distinct charisma, and I never had that type of energy. See, they had a sexual charisma. Me, I had more of a Disney Channel charisma, you know? Like, they walked around with an R. Kelly charisma. I had what is known as an iCarly charisma. You know, it's a very, very different thing, you know? Like, whenever a girl called me cute, I'm pretty sure she wanted to pet me, you know? It's a terrible thing, you know? And then I always wanted, like, the Drive, Ryan Gosling charisma, and it ended up with a Macaulay Culkin Home Alone charisma. It's just sad, you know? And I just remember, like, this.
There you go.
Bear got angry.
Reminisce 1. Talk into the mic. We're going to ask you some questions. We're going to figure some stuff out. Now, you didn't write down your name. Is there a reason for that?
Oh, I did. I don't know why.
What's your name?
Sean K.
Sean Kidd?
K.
Sean
Not-
K. No, not KKK.
Careful.
I wouldn't say that. Yeah, be very careful.
With that red hair.
He wrote his name on the opposite side of the sheet. Rather
Oh.
than one Sean K.
Okay. I guess it's somewhere. Anyway,
In the bucket.
Sean K., welcome.
Thank you so much.
I love your hair.
Appreciate it.
Now, I don't know what you were talking about exactly in the beginning, but then you were talking about charisma, like how you come across. Was that to chicks?
Oh yeah, as like when I was growing up, like I was always like that cutesy, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
You still are. You still seem very young and likable. How old are you?
I'm 21.
Yeah.
Ooh, delicious.
Awesome. Fuck yeah. Heck yeah.
Sorry.
Cradle robbing over
Hell
here.
yeah.
First and foremost,
Baby ginger.
Yeah.
it's kind of a pet peeve of mine. If you're gonna take the mic out of the mic stand, get the mic stand out of the way.
Yeah, you're gonna want to move
It's
that.
really hard to look at you when there's a mic stand right in the middle of you. So just grab it, move it. First thing.
Did you know? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. You're right. I'm sorry.
And then like the first 30 seconds was like 19 setups.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like it took a while for you to get to a punchline, and you said players, and for fucking another 8 seconds I thought you were just talking about people that play sports.
Mm-hmm.
And so like maybe just go. A lot of my friends are good with girls. I'm not, because you're not just going to be telling jokes to people who use player as a euphemism. You might be telling it to some old man who has no idea that player, what that means.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Eleanor?
Sorry. No, that's exactly what I was going to say. I was going to say, did you know you were only doing 1 minute? Because it was a long setup. Like if you had a 5-minute set, maybe you could
Yeah, I mean,
set that up long. That was a real long setup. I was nervous
definitely. I
for
mean,
you.
it's like the whole thing with the microphone, I guess, like threw me off, and then I was
all
already
of a sudden
nervous.
you a
as-
player. Okay.
No,
I got you.
not at all.
I
I was
got
already
you.
nervous as it was, so
course.
it's just,
Yeah, it's
Like,
nerves. I
yeah,
get it, of course. But
really-
he's right.
yeah.
When you were saying player, and I sleep with all the players, I didn't realize. I was thinking baseball too. I was thinking
Yeah.
sports too. I don't know why. I thought you were gonna get into sports like you weren't a good athlete, not just because you're redheaded. Just,
yeah, it could be that.
but yeah, you are adorable, and you should play on that.
You look like a player for sure. Solitaire player. Lonely guy.
Ew.
How long you been doing stand-up?
I've been doing it roughly a year and a half.
That's
yeah.
cool. All in
Yeah.
L.A.? Where are you from?
Well, I grew up in Florida, and then I moved to New York when I was 19.
What part of Florida?
Just Broward County, South Florida. That's where I
South
was raised.
Florida,
Yeah.
the worst place on the country.
Yeah.
He's right.
It is the worst. And but so like all your persona is genuine.
Yeah.
It was my concern, but once you tell me your background, I'm like, no, that's a genuine persona. So yeah, I mean, you got a good character. I just when you have a minute, I know it's tough, but I mean that's
Sure.
part of the thing is to like prepare for what you're doing. So next time you come up here for a minute, have a minute ready, not just part of a 3-minute thing ready.
And even if it was a 3 or a 5 minute set, I'd still trim a lot of that stuff from the front. There's still over setups, and you want to get it banging quick and get them interested. Like, oh shit, this fucking guy's.
Yeah, I would re-listen to your set when it goes up, and because like the first 40 minutes really seemed like it made no sense at all. Like I had no idea, like Chris, I had no idea what you were talking about.
It was just a little bit too wordy.
Yeah, I mean, it sounded like you smoked a lot of weed, and you're talking about your feelings or something like that. I had no idea.
Do you smoke weed, or does your hair just smoke weed?
Yeah,
and I'm
mostly him. But
I'm sorry about the Cherry Pie song. I had no idea.
Wow, that is amazing. Speaking of cherry pie, McDonald's, I'm loving it. Now, my final question would be: do you talk about your hair at all? Because it's very standoutish. Like it's.
I guess, like I always say, I let it speak for itself. You know what I mean?
wow.
And I know that's a cliche thing, but it's like it just there's nothing really. It's just out there. You know, it's alive. I mean, it just speaks for itself. I don't know.
This guy's adorable.
I have to feed it.
It is alive.
This is like if they ever needed somebody for a movie, if they made like Elmo the movie, like the human movie, like this is Elmo.
Blow too.
All of a sudden, he's coming alive.
He
I
looks
love
like
it.
I would buy cocaine from him in 1985.
that too.
Well, he is from South Florida, so I'm
Right.
sure he sells
I bet he
cocaine
knows where
at
to
some
get it.
point.
He's got Molly
Is
in his
it tough
pocket.
for a ginger coming from South Florida to LA? Like the sun is just following
How'd
you
you
everywhere.
survive?
I guess I just. Yeah.
All right.
All right, very good.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Prophetic.
Awesome, man.
That's great.
Well, Sean, it was nice meeting you. Hopefully you come
Sean
back soon.
KKK.
Absolutely.
Sean
I like
K,
it.
everybody.
Hey,
Most
thank
racist.
you so much, Tony. Appreciate it.
Oh yeah, you got it. Fuck yeah, like a little baby Danny Bonaducci right
Hell
there.
yeah.
I love that. Fuck yeah. Eleanor, I always ask first timers. I always ask first time guests if did you ever have a joke when you first started out that you can't believe that you ever said on stage, or like a story or anything? Did you ever do anything that you're a little bit embarrassed about now looking back on it?
Not embarrassed. You mean embarrassed? Like, how the fuck did I think that was funny?
Right,
Kinda thing?
exactly.
Yeah, yeah, I still do pretty much all my jokes. No, not that I can think of specifically. No, I used to do a lot about my second ex-fiance. Some of those were embarrassing. I was like, why am I saying that? Now people are gonna know that happened to
Your
me.
second ex-fiance?
I have a lot of them. I'm not a closer. Leave me the fuck alone.
Really? You have ex-fiancés? That's so
Yeah,
funny.
I get my feet get cold. I guess that's what it's called.
Hell yeah, that's
I'm not,
right.
I'm not taking the plunge. I'm just taking their money until I've had enough, and then I leave.
Right. You're not in it for the wedding. You're just in it for the.
No, I don't look good in white.
You just like jewelry for like 6 months.
Yeah,
and
well,
then you
I'm
give
not
it
even
back.
big on jewelry. I don't like that. I like cash.
You're like
out and out cash. Fuck it.
And you like tough guys too. So when they get down on one knee, you're like, "Get the fuck up, bitch."
Oh, if anybody ever got on me, they wouldn't be with me. I'm not like that. I don't like that.
How'd the other guys propose? You just fucking throw a ring at you
Punched
from
me
the
in
other
the
side
face
of the
and gave
room?
me a ring.
Hey, bitch, you want to do this or what?
If you catch this, bitch, you're mine. I'm a fucking amazing player. I'm diving like Jerry Rice. I don't give a shit. Take it, man.
Chris, I remember asking you this question before, and I remember it being really funny. Like, what was it? Like, you used to like take your shirt off and do what?
Yeah, I took my shirt off, and I'd get up on a stool like that and suck in my gut and do my impression of a greyhound. And
God.
that's when you realize why strippers do drugs. 'Cause you got to be in the right mood to just take your shirt off in front of a gang of strangers.
Yeah.
And so.
A greyhound.
I think, though, honestly, like for me, when I first started stand-up, I worked here as a waitress so long. I
Yeah.
saw the best of the best, the worst of the worst. So like that greyhound shit, like
Right.
all that. I've seen so many
Yeah.
horrific acts that it's like, you never do that on stage. You know what I mean? Like I went to the best college in the world.
Exactly.
Right here at the World Famous.
Yeah.
So I think I kind of skipped through a lot.
Right.
I skipped a lot of grades because I
Yeah.
slept my way to the middle. I'm slowly going to the bottom. We'll see what happens.
I love it. How about you, Josh? When you first started 2 years ago, is there anything that you...
How about this outfit? Does that count? Oh, okay.
No, I'm still doing those shitty jokes.
Gotcha.
But Eleanor, if you want a quicker trip to the bottom, you can just sleep with me.
I'm good. I think there's a better bottom.
There's a better bottom. Let's keep this fun train moving along. Your next comedian tonight goes by the name of Marcus Evans.
Translation, when I came a mi
Play cherry pie for the redhead and hip hop for the black guy. I love it.
I'm from Chicago, and the biggest difference between Chicago and LA is how rude the women are out here. I mean, they're hot but rude. There were these girls in my building who let the elevator doors close right in front of me. Worst part is I went out with those girls last night. I spent money on these girls, they couldn't hold the elevator doors for me. My boys were like, Marcus, they didn't see you. I'm like, big black man waving like this, like, hold the elevator, hold the elevator. How do you not see and hear that? We made eye contact as the doors were closing. Guess things didn't go quite as well as I thought they went. Doing temporary office work is great if you need work right away, but you never know when these people are gonna let you go. I was working on this one temp job, and they had let me go after a couple of hours because they said the project was done. I'm like, the project is done? Well, so what the project is done? I need a full day's worth of work. The hell am I going to do a couple of hours worth of work when I got rent to pay? Shit, you can't even go into Walmart with a couple of hours worth of pay. The worst part is it took 2 hours to get to the job. Shoot, I spent more time on the road than working. Folk, they didn't give me my gas money back.
There you go. Some real stuff you're talking about there.
Real stuff, dude.
Temp job.
Very fast.
Real
You talk
fast.
very fast, and how you talk, you don't really enunciate your words enough because you skip over them so fast that there was a lot of times where I had to really like try to listen to what you were talking about because it was like
yeah, it was. I thought you took some Adderall or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know you only have a minute, but just do a minute. You know, don't try to fit 90 seconds into a minute and talk real fast, because then we can't. Man, I didn't hear most of the words.
Yeah.
Right, it's so true. You could have the best jokes in the world, and if you're going abadi that fast like an auctioneer, nobody's going to get a chance to laugh. You know what I mean? Like,
So
we
just
don't
slow
know
down.
when the punchlines are and what's coming. And also, if you slow down, it'll build that connection to where people will be waiting for whatever you're getting to. But just trying to figure out, when everybody's playing catch up, you're not going to get a big pop.
And don't smile at every punchline,
Yeah.
because it's a tell.
Okay.
Like, it's one thing if a joke doesn't work, but it's another thing if the joke didn't work and you obviously told the audience that that's where the laughs were supposed to be.
Right.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't want them to know.
Yeah, you're like, oh, he struck out on that one.
Right.
We weren't even close. Like, now, if the joke genuinely makes you, don't hide laughter.
Okay.
Like, be genuine on stage, but don't be like, and then she said, ha ha. Like, just fucking tell the joke.
Okay.
But he seems like that's his demeanor. Like, he's smiling. You have like a sweet I'm not
Do
trying
I?
to sleep with you. I mean, I do fuck for pigment, but I'm you have like a sweet, like, yeah. So are you genuinely like that? Like, when you talk, do you even know that you have dimples and stuff?
Well, I've been told I have dimples.
Okay.
So-
I like it. I'm not flirting with him, Chris. Don't look at me like that.
No, flirt with him all you want to. We're
Oh,
not
okay.
fucking.
Shit, I don't know.
Shit.
I'll hold the elevator door. I'm
You
just
want me to
saying,
get
this
out of the
motherfucker's
way?
paying.
Yeah. Go for it, Eleanor.
He's paying. I'll hold the door.
Fulfill your Urkel fetish that
Everybody has a fucking Urkel fetish.
And I would finish that thought. Like, you kind of just repeat the thought over and over
Yeah.
again that I'm coming and they didn't. I know you saw me. I know you saw me. Well, what the fuck? Tell us what happened.
Like, what do you really think about them not holding that
Yeah,
door?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you just kind of skipped over it. But I know it was only a minute, but still, it was like, hold the door. Like, and then it just ended. I was like, oh, okay.
And who didn't hold the door? Because I missed that part.
There was 2 girls that I went out with the night prior.
The night before, and then you were at work the next day, or
Well,
where
in your
was?
building?
Yes.
Oh,
You went out with chicks in your building?
I like
That's
that.
the joke.
That's dumb as
Come on,
fuck.
Chi-Town.
Yeah.
Nah, dude, you don't do that.
That's
The
scary.
one
You know
place
people
you
in
want to
your
be
building?
I don't
Yeah.
talk to anybody.
Me
I'm
either.
nice,
Yeah.
but I don't let them fucking in.
Yeah.
And there's hot chicks that live in my building. They can be crazy. I don't fucking know, but I'm not gonna listen. This town sucks enough. You don't want to
Yeah.
not be able to go home.
Right.
It's so true. The other day I walked out of my apartment. I was gonna go for a jog, so I had headphones on and sunglasses and a ball cap, and I'm ready to go. And it's the first time I'm out of the day, so you're just sort of like, when the headphones
Trying to get the
betray
pops off
beats, right, exactly, and you're just out of it. So I open my door, I close my door, and there's a guy standing right there, right? And I'm like, I was taken aback. When you have headphones on, you're vulnerable. And he's standing there, and he's looking at me, and he goes, hello, and he's got these credentials on, and he's like, I'm from the DEA. I could tell he's at my neighbor's place. Model chick lives right next door to me. And he goes, hi, I'm from the DEA. I just have to ask, I don't know if you know Samantha, but I just have to ask her some questions. She's not in any trouble. Do you know?
Yeah, because the DEA is just taking a census.
Right,
Yeah.
no, exactly. And
I'd move. by the
Samantha,
way.
you heard about drugs? Yeah, cool. That's all we needed to know.
but what's
Samantha,
crazy?
you fucking a DEA agent? Because he was here.
He's like, do you know how I can find her? You know anything about her? I go, I don't even know. I know nothing about her whatsoever. And he's just looking at me like, come on, dude. And I'm like, no, really. So then all of a sudden I feel like I felt like I did something wrong because I'm telling him that I know nothing about her, like almost like I'm trying to cover it up. But I don't ever talk
She's
to anybody.
probably dead, dude.
I'll talk to anybody. I'll talk to anybody anywhere, but nobody in my
homicide.
apartment
Yeah,
building.
doesn't give a shit
DEA
about
doesn't
dead
care about.
people.
Right. That's a different trip.
No, it wasn't her.
I'm sure
she's
they
adorable.
care.
I'm sure it was like a boyfriend or something like that. But
Ugh.
anyway,
Who dates a DEA agent?
Someone who's not fun.
Right. What a bore.
no, I think the DEA agent was looking for her boyfriend. Is what I'm saying. I don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think
drug dealers do date models.
That
Yeah.
happens to me a lot.
But yeah, I don't talk to anybody in an apartment building. Like you said, Chris, that's definitely where you just
Oh,
want to
no.
go home. I don't want to know
Yeah.
their bad habits. I don't want to
Yeah.
know their strange
I don't
tics.
want them to know about all the nice shit I have
Right.
and when I might be out of town.
Yeah.
Right.
Or this. Hey, dude, are you there? Let's
Yeah.
hang out, man.
Yeah, definitely
I
don't
get
want
the guy
that.
that's like, hey man, let's sit down and smoke a bowl. I'm like, yeah, okay, all right.
Yeah.
Never.
Right.
But that's what happens in your building. You hang out with them.
You hang out with them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That was when you lived in Chicago in a normal city. Okay.
So slow down. Don't fuck chicks in your building. But that's for everybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a PSA.
And if you're gonna tell a story about hanging out with chicks and them not doing the elevator, you got to expand on it. You got to explain why you think maybe they didn't want to stop the elevator. Maybe even after hanging out with you, whatever. You know what I mean? There's just so many options
Even
that you have.
exaggerate. Like
Yeah,
you
of
pull your
course.
dick out one time.
Hey, I'm here.
Right.
You
I mean,
know,
don't- you
something.
know.
That's dirty. But if you don't want to be, he looks too sweet to be dirty.
How long you been doing stand up?
About a year and a half.
Awesome. I love that you repeated it a
I
few
love it.
times since you
Just
said
like he
you
did
I didn't know
in
if he
his
got the mic or
jokes.
not.
Yeah.
I didn't know if
So
he got
that's
the
how
mic
he
at all.
talks.
So
Definitely
Yeah,
will.
that's him.
Yeah. Well, fun times. What was the temp job at? What was that office job?
This was, oh boy, this is a long time ago. I don't even.
You're talking about things that happened so long
Right.
ago that
True
you
that,
don't
but
even
just
remember
like,
the
yeah.
context of them, so it's going to be
Yeah,
hard
where
to
do you
write.
work now?
Yeah.
Right now, I work at Live Nation.
There you go.
Yeah.
Wow.
So rip up them.
What are you doing there?
They do a lot of bad shit.
Just accounting work, just some boring stuff. But
Accounting.
it comes with a lot of benefits, though. So
Yeah.
a lot of
Like
cool
backstage
benefits.
passes and
Yes.
stuff like that.
A
Anywhere.
lot of them.
Gobble,
Anywhere.
Mr. Gobblestop just said, "Good for you." Like, a black guy with a job. Good for you. You're one of the good ones. Good job.
You want to meet Barry Manilow's your guy.
Heck
Live
yeah.
Nations kill it.
Yeah. Live Nation. That's fun. How long have you worked with them?
About 2 months.
Hell yeah.
Well, keep those benefits, honey, and they'll start opening that elevator door for you.
That's right. That's how you get him to do it.
Alrighty.
Thank you so much,
you.
Marcus Evans.
Thank you. Marcus, what?
He's on Twitter at KMark18. That's That's right. And the redhead before him, was it Stevie K? Sean K is Reminisce1 on Twitter. For those of you that don't know how to spell Reminisce1, Google it. Marcus Evans is Kmark18. Is that supposed to be a play on Kmart? Marcus? He jumped off the roof already, everybody. So. We lost another one.
Yeah, we lost another.
Let's keep this fun train moving along. Your next comedian is Jared Campbell.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? I look a lot older than I really am. Like, I'm 24 years old. Yeah, there's someone say, people like, damn, really? Damn. And I know, I'm used to it. I've been looking old since I was young. Like Shubert told my grandma's last words to me were, that baby look grown. And then she died. Yeah. But I think it's my parents' fault. Like, they used to dress me with corduroys and suit jackets at 2 years old. Now I'm afraid to post Throwback Thursday pictures because I'm afraid somebody gonna meme it like, whose drunk-looking old baby is this? I remember a girl got mad at me. I met a girl in the club. She got mad when she found my age. She was like, what the fuck you mean 24? This girl is sexy night in here. You need to get your ass out of here. I got kids your age. You need to leave the club. And I'm like, nah, lady. You got kids my age. Your old ass need to leave the club because your time has came and gone.
Fuck yeah, 58 seconds.
I didn't hear the cat.
No, he didn't need it. He knew.
I wanted him to keep going.
He gave the look over. Well, he was 2 seconds away from the cat. He's got an internal clock, this guy.
Right?
I didn't want to get the beer.
Right.
No one does.
Nobody.
There's rumors that Tony does.
What? Oh, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch.
Oh, boy.
That was really good, man.
That was great. I want to hear more about this man baby.
Great stage presence again,
Yes.
man.
Yeah,
Just
it's
like
fun.
There's a part where you even like kind of like did a little giggle at yourself and stuff. Man, it's just perfect. Like you want that stage presence that you have. It was great.
It's very likable.
Yeah, my only note would be I think first off, pause after you say I've been looking older since I was younger because everyone laughed at that, and I don't even think you knew it was funny until they laughed at it. So
yeah,
which happens. And then the second, the reveal on making it your age, like I think you can make that a little more powerful, like fucking reveal it, make the reveal a little more dramatic. Because you got the reaction that way and you just kind of mentioned it. So I think if you build it up and then tell people you're 24, it's going to be like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a big surprise. Because black usually don't crack, but yours did. No, because usually they look young. You know what I mean? Like, white people are the ones that look old. Like, look, I'm only 15. Shit is fucked up. Yeah, but you really do. You have like a older looking face, but it's not bad. I sleep with
you're great.
Probably
That
because
is
it's Monday.
There's a lot more you could do. You know, you could really
really
pepper some stuff in there if you just think about like what you do when you're younger. Like maybe you showed up to your first day of Little League baseball and all the other kids are like, "What's up, coach?" You know, or something like, you know.
And I used to get beers from my friends because they never ID'd me.
Yeah, you're like that guy.
That's true too.
There was a guy that went to my high school
You're the
that
beer run.
was like he could buy beer at 14 and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
that would have been awesome to know you.
Yeah,
Like,
sadly, I was that person.
15 years ago.
I was that person because I was tall. I used to go into the Chinese liquor store and just, they'd sell me anything just to get me out. But because I was tall, they never ID'd me, ever. And I look like this.
I just printed a license.
I didn't do that. I didn't have to, but I could buy the beer from my brothers.
Yeah, we'd always send chicks to buy rated R tickets and stuff because...
Nobody questioned it.
No.
But we could put makeup on and look stupid, but you don't need makeup. You
well,
look
and
like
all
that.
the kids that worked in the movie theaters had never seen a vagina anyway. So it was like, they're just like, pretty girl, you can have whatever you want. So we took advantage of that.
That's good. How long have you been doing stand-up, can I ask?
About 3 years.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's good.
Well, you're beyond
3 years.
You're beyond your years.
Yes, you're beyond your years.
Yeah.
I would like to see like you getting a line of credit really young, like that kind of thing, because you look older, like your parents force you to go He's old. He grown. You know, just like,
My mama had my credit worked up long
of
before
course. I know how it works, fucker.
Fuck
I know how
yeah.
it works. That's
yeah,
great.
I'd like to see you in a longer set.
Yeah,
I think
definitely.
Really?
I would come see you at a show.
Yeah. How about your siblings? Do they look older too?
No, all my siblings look younger. Everybody's
Uh-uh.
like, you the little brother? You
Right.
the little brother?
Yeah.
And I'm like the youngest at 8, so everybody's always surprised.
You're really the black sheep. It's fucked up. It's true. I'm 1 of 10, so I feel your pain.
Wow.
I'm number 8. We have a lot in common right now, except for our age. Fucker.
That's awesome, man. Yeah. Congrats. That's a great bit. Great stage presence. You're like the
Really
Black
great.
Benjamin Button, so
Yeah.
congratulations.
Where are you from?
I'm from Denver, Colorado.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Denver,
Also
Colorado.
awesome.
Also awesome. High as shit, too. Yeah.
All right. Well,
Maybe it was the altitude. Anyway, Jared Campbell, everybody. There he
Very
goes.
good. Very good.
Follow him on Twitter at Jared Quay. Q-U-A-Y. Jared Q-U-A-Y. What's that? Is that a different last name? What's Quay mean?
That's my middle name, Quay.
Oh.
Oh, Quay. Fuck
Quay.
yeah. So if you didn't believe that he was black before, everybody, his middle name is Quay. Q-U-A-Y.
That's the black version of Dice Clay.
Yeah.
Jared
Real
Quay.
Andrew Dice Quay. Oh, God, that's great.
Tremendous.
Great stuff, man. Great stuff. So fun.
I like that one.
Patriot, what'd you think of Jared?
He's a dude. I don't care what he
Oh,
says.
boy.
God, what is the
Is that
what is the
envious?
horniness with this fucking crew tonight? What's going on? Everybody's just looking to bang.
Maybe you should have an auction just to get him laid or
I
something.
know.
Try to
Seriously.
help
what
him
kind of
out.
auction would that be?
Begging.
Where
More like
people
begging, I
lose?
guess.
Right. $1, starting at $1, $1, $1,
Some
$1,
sort
$1.
of tournament where you would bid until the last person that didn't bid fucking had to fuck.
Whoever did the worst thing in the room.
No offense.
Sorry, Josh. Sorry. I didn't think you could hear me with the mask.
I can hear you.
Thank you.
I'm actually crying right now.
I'm
Can't
sorry.
listen.
But
Well,
we
don't
can't
do that.
see
That
it,
that
so we
mask
don't
is
give a shit.
electric. It'll kill you.
You know, I would rather die than listen to those mean comments.
Fuck, dude. Wait a
What's
Turn the
interesting?
dark room darker.
We gotta get a violin for that soon.
I know, totally. Aw. Josh is like a reverse Jared Campbell because you're 29 and you look like you're 13 without the mask on, right?
Yeah.
You definitely sound like you're even younger than 13 because you can't pronounce your R's and your L's, can you?
Yes,
Are
I
you
can.
Asian?
No.
All right, just asking.
I think you guys are going to be mentioned in his note later.
Yeah.
I hope so. I haven't had a write-up in a while.
All right. Fuck yeah, everybody.
Martin killed himself. Did he mention me?
I was trying. Who we got? I'm excited.
This is exciting. This guy's, I've seen him on here a few times. Very funny guy. Put your hands together for Joe Marisi, everybody. A Kill Tony favorite, we would say.
Thanks, guys. Good to be here. Found a problem with my iPhone. You can't adjust the snooze time on it. You know, you could set an alarm for any time of the day, but the snooze is just stuck at 9 minutes. You know, 9 minutes? Where do they get that? Just, we need 10, guys. Don't we need 10? That's our snooze. Not 9. It goes off. I lay there for a minute. This thing's going to go off in like 2 minutes. I can't go back to sleep. And then, you know, the iPhone 5, 9 minutes. iPhone 6 is going to be 8 minutes. iPhone 14 is going to be no snooze. It's just going to, the alarm's going to go off for about 30 seconds. Then it's just going to be Steve Jobs yelling at you. Get up, you idiot! Come on, I died for this thing. I put my whole life into Apple. Come on, get up, you idiot! You got a computer you can put in your pocket. You're going to sleep on this?
Fuck yeah.
That was all right.
funny stuff. You have such a funny delivery where you get passionate about your stuff a little bit in.
Him and Wineshank need to fuck.
Yeah, no, it is. It's very Wineshanky how no matter what you're talking about, 15 seconds in, I find myself giggling.
I was all on board up until the Steve Jobs shit, the Apple shit.
Yeah, it gets a little thinky.
I don't know.
It gets a little thinky around there, but I think the premise is absolute gold. I've always wondered. It's something that I've always sort of thought of, but never really. I always wonder, when is the snooze on this? You never really set this. I don't know how to set the snooze. I don't know if you can change the snooze. I don't know how it works, but you've done your research. It's 9 minutes. That's what they're doing, right?
Yeah, because you see it go off, and then it starts counting down 8:59.
That is
weird.
weird.
I start freaking out.
That is bizarre.
Yeah, you got a lot of anxiety.
Yeah.
The only way to fix it is to have 5 alarms with 1 minute off in each one, and then it just gets ridiculous.
Yeah.
Why don't you fuckers just wake up?
Yeah.
Is 9 minutes gonna kill you?
Why do you have to be so hoity?
Why are you fucking so tired? Fucking 9 minutes early.
I think snoozing is one of those moments where you realize how enjoyable sleep is. I think that's one of the things. I'm the kind of guy that would rather set my alarm 10 minutes early and then snooze once and then get up than wake up the first time, because when you first wake up you're like, oh, I'm tired, God, I just wish I could go back to sleep. So if I know I'm going to be like that, I'd rather set it early and get that dirty whore of a snooze in my life.
Yeah,
you know what I
I'm
mean?
blessed with 9 minute whore.
Yeah, that dirty fucking 9 minute slut.
Anyway, I'm blessed with a curse where I wake up 5 minutes before any alarm.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I don't sleep through alarms, but I'm always waking up just tell me I have 2 hours. Just tell me, I'm gonna look at this clock. Just tell me I got 2 hours. I just need, and I'll look, it'll be 3:57. I'm like, motherfucker.
Snooze alarms always are the ones that fuck you too, where you wake up 3 hours later, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's you hit me too hard, bruh. You hit me too hard. Switch me to PM like a douche.
I wonder, what is 9 minutes? What else is 9 minutes?
Maybe that's how long it took Steve Jobs to get off. So
Maybe
he just put it in there. Fuck it. Right?
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't think of a better.
He reminds me of Brett Ernst.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Little Schubert-y, too.
All right, you're like a clusterfuck of all the comics.
He's just an
we
angry.
know.
I
like it though.
But it's not, I'm not saying that you're derivative by any stretch.
No, not your stand-up, your look.
Oh,
right.
I
and
just
his demeanor,
his cadence.
Cadence, whatever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
where are you from?
Chicago.
Oh shit, Chi-Town representing.
Hell yeah. And you're Italian?
Yeah.
You can smell that.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Everywhere.
You can always tell Italians because they really like to wear their sunglasses on the front of their collar like that.
He did take them off and put them on the stool.
Yeah, I didn't want to. Yeah, I'm not gonna leave.
He just didn't want to accidentally sit on them.
Yeah.
There's $9 in those things.
There's a lot of nines tonight.
Not from where I'm looking.
Yeah.
You got the bit. You're working that bit out.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna. Personally, I'm not gonna give you a bunch of notes. I'm not gonna tell you how to make your joke funny. But I think you have a great cadence. I think you have a great persona, and I would like to see more of you.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. Definitely. I just trying to find angles and windows in on what you could do. I would try to figure out maybe why it's not 10. What happened to the guy that set it for 10? Why is 10 not the thing?
Yeah. And why can't you set it? Why can't you reset it?
Yeah, why can't
what
you
kind of
edit it?
government conspiracy is that shit?
Kind of control
Isn't this
freak.
fucking America?
Yeah.
I can pick a president, but I can't pick a snooze.
Yeah, it's just on and off. You can't.
And then you play Toby Keith music behind you while you're doing it.
You could probably find out who actually invented the snooze button and really research his life and find out some funny shit about why it's 9 minutes. Somehow,
Yeah.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah,
probably look that up.
You guys fucking.
Yeah, I got to research.
Wow.
I'll betcha it's 9 minutes because 9 minutes is considered a long snooze, where I bet 10 minutes is just considered a short nap.
Give it up for Red Band, the wiki comic.
He does his research. He's asking Siri right now.
Oh boy.
You
This
created
bit's
the
about
snooze
to be
button.
9 minutes. Shit.
But yeah, I'm sure there's a reason behind
Some
it. The
guy
science.
named Larry Snooze.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing stand-up?
2.5 years in L.A.
Okay.
I did it in Chicago for about 3 before that.
Okay, so 5.5 years.
Jackass.
You don't have to reset when you get here.
Yeah, it's not a snooze alarm.
Well, I kind of did, though.
In
It
what
was-
So you hit
facet?
snooze
Well,
in
I just was
Chicago.
more serious about it out here.
Oh, more
Yeah,
consistent.
well, I would.
Yeah,
but
it's more
if you were
consistent about
doing it, I would say 5.5. Because
Yeah.
when you tell me 2.5 years, I'm like, I really want to listen to this dude. But if you tell me 5.5 years, I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll listen to what this dude has to say.
All right,
There you
cool.
go.
Yeah.
Joe Marisi.
Awesome.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, guys.
Great job.
He's on Twitter at Joe Marisi. That's Marresi.
He's
Follow
one
him.
of
Funny
the
guy.
luckiest guys. He's always on. I think it was
Yeah.
like the 4th week in a row he's got picked.
Something like that.
Oh
He's
my.
got some kind of luck, yeah.
Normally Italians don't have luck. They have to be really, really great at everything
How dare you?
to get an opportunity. But Joe's the exception.
Who are the
That's for
lucky
you,
ones?
you Irish fuck.
We're not lucky. We're a mess.
Guys, this is always interesting. You remember the Armenian that barked earlier from the corner?
Oh,
Everybody,
no.
I just pulled his name out of the bucket. Put your hands together for GT. Very fitting that he gets a dubstep intro because
Why do women always look for men that look and act and smell like their dad? What the fuck is up with that shit, people? Huh? You know what I call that? Do you know what I call that? Do you know what I call that incest, people. It's incest. That's exactly what it is. So when was the last time you sucked your dad's dick? That's what I'm trying to find out.
Boy.
When was the last time you gave your dad a blow job? That's what I'm trying to find out. Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me. Excuse me. Does your dad happen to look like Phil Collins? No? How long ago did you toss your dad's out, huh? Anyways, man, that's about it.
I think that was about it 49 seconds ago. The laughs that you heard were because people are laughing at you for being so shocking, like sucking
It's an
your dad's
awkward
dick.
laughter.
Yeah.
Can I just answer the question last week?
Oh, you,
I just want to answer this question.
What did you say at the very beginning? The audience even asked what you said at the very beginning. Like, are you dead?
He asked why girls only like guys that look and smell, which was an interesting one to throw in. Their dads.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't get how it got.
Why
to
do
the
women
dad.
always look for men that look and act and smell like their dad?
Oh, like their dad. I thought you said like they're dead. I was like, oh shit.
I thought. I thought that also.
I thought you were
English is my
fucking a lot of
second-
vegans. I was
English
like,
is my
that's
second
fucked up,
language,
man.
so I might have a little
Oh,
accent. with
I
it.
see. Okay. You know what? But then you can explain that because I was like, fuck, I'm listening to this guy because all this energy was insane. What's your first language?
I'm Armenian.
Oh, I'm fortunate.
That's why he thinks all dads have a smell. That's
Yeah.
And they do. You're right.
Yeah.
I've been to Glendale.
I used to smell before, not anymore. I started wearing deodorant.
I'm good. I feel fine.
I don't
right
smell.
here.
No. Well, let's
Until
not,
I started going
I
to
don't wanna-
Catholic school with kids like him. It's like,
Yeah,
hey
yeah.
man, you
Okay.
smell, you smell, you
All right.
smell, you smell.
All right,
Yeah,
your
we-
set's
you-
over.
What deodorant? All right.
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
all right.
Oh boy.
Listen, are you on cocaine right now,
Is that? Are you selling any?
or are
Please
you
tell
coming
me.
down from it? Because there's a jagged edge to your energy, and not the band. Like, it's very amphetamine-y.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you? I won't ask because I don't want you to incriminate yourself. But
I've done coke once in my life.
yeah,
Just
and
one line.
was it right before you got up on stage?
This was like
Listen, it's one thing to have energy.
back in 2007.
It's one thing to have energy, but it needs to have some sense behind it.
Yeah.
Like when he came up here, when Joe came up here, he was obviously angry, and you were obviously angry too, but you were like cocaine angry. Like
Well,
it was like.
Yeah,
ahead.
we don't know if you may or may not snap right now and take out the whole fucking front
I-
row.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know, you gotta have that transition.
I
like,
have
oh,
my
I'm just
hand
fucking
on
around.
it.
Yeah.
Is that what the sword is for?
Just in case.
I'm a street fighter, so I don't have a problem. But I'm saying that's fucked up. Like you scared people.
So is that true? So you won't fuck me because of that? Because I'm too
No,
crazy?
no, no. It's not about fucking you. It's about being scared of you. Like
Yeah.
seriously,
Do
I
I
didn't know
look?
if you
Do
were
I
gonna
act
snap.
creepy?
Yes.
It's beyond creepy.
Yeah.
It took
It's
another
rapey.
level. And it's okay. Like if that's what your character is, that's fine. But you need to pull back a little.
Yeah,
Shit.
'cause I can't laugh at you out of
I may
in
file
fear.
a report. Fuck.
Like, and if I laugh at you, it's gonna be like, it's gonna be like this.
He's
like-
coming out. He's coming out.
No,
Yeah,
laugh at him or he'll kill us. Like
Yes.
it's like that thing, and you're not gonna get work that way.
No.
No one's gonna be like, come get frightened out of your fucking mind at the Funny Bone. Like no one.
Yeah.
That's a hard show to sell.
Yeah.
If I had to judge your scariness on a scale from 1 to 1,000, I'd say you're at about 911. And as an Armenian, you don't really want to have anything to do with that number.
So I would just tone it down, and the logic between guys looking like their dad and girls blowing their father. You're gonna need a couple more steps in there for the audience to make.
And he doesn't mean stepdad.
Time's out.
No, just
Whoa.
Time's out.
See,
Stop
that's-
this. I don't want to hear it no more.
No S. No S.
There it is.
Time out.
I can't stand this.
Singular.
Yeah. That's
All right.
See, that's what
exactly
we're
we
talking
need to
about.
talk about.
Frightening the entire fucking
I can't
audience.
stand this.
Yeah.
You guys are haters.
It's not.
See, we don't know if you're kidding.
It's frightened.
And I don't think you do either.
You know, and then the one part that I did like, and it was 3.5 seconds of it, was when you said that you look like Phil Collins. Like I could sort of see that, but you could make a funny joke about that. Like you look like an Armenian Phil Collins. You're like Phil calling a cab or something like
or
that.
even
You know,
just take out all the blowing your dad and fucking your dad and
Yeah.
go, girls want to fuck their guys
They
that
have
look like their
daddy
dads.
issues.
Well, I hope someone wants to fuck an Armenian Phil Collins. Like there's a joke.
Right.
And
Right.
then you know,
It's a
maybe
nice soft joke that
Yeah,
everybody
yeah,
can
yeah.
laugh to.
How about Andre Agassi? Do I
Andre
yeah,
Agassi.
do I look
Say
better
his
like
name
an
right.
Bold
I don't have to
European.
say Armenian. Andre Agassi is already Armenian.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. See
I don't think
that?
a lot of people know that.
Right.
I didn't.
No.
he is
At all.
Armenian.
And I liked Andre Agassi.
Oh yeah,
Until
what'd you
now.
do?
What happened there? Oh.
Oh, but yeah, I would just tone
practicing
down
piano.
the aggression a little
Yeah.
bit.
This just like, I don't know. You guys see me quite a few times. It's just one
This
of
is my first time.
Okay. Just one. That's one of my jokes that have to come in with a lot of energy. That's
No, you don't.
Uh-uh.
No, that joke. You're gonna have to. Like, I could have come out here and gone, guys, how come girls only like only like dudes that look and smell like their dads, right? I mean, you want to blow your dad? Like,
no one's gonna laugh to that.
no one laughed anyway.
But they laughed at my shit. I heard people laughing.
But it was.
I would have laughed to you.
horrified.
I would never laugh to your shit.
It was out of nervousness.
Oh, that's not funny. You have to come in with an energy, dog.
No,
They weren't
GT.
laughing. They were
You have
horrified.
to come in with an energy. You have to come in with a. No one's gonna laugh to you what you did.
No.
They were like,
Listen, I've been doing comedy for. Listen, I've been doing comedy for 16 years. You're not gonna tell me what's gonna make people laugh.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you.
I get it, bro.
Yeah, if you want to come up on stage and scare the fuck out of people, then keep doing what you're doing. But if you want to get work as a comedian, chill the fuck out and tell your jokes.
There you go, GT. There he goes. That was GT.
Thanks a lot, man.
He's on Twitter at GT Music. GT Music is his Twitter handle, which would probably be a better field for him to get into than comedy.
I still don't feel right. I don't feel good.
Too soon for the
After
GT
that.
jokes? Yeah. There he goes. That's
right.
I never thought I'd say this because I've met so many scary ones, but that's the scariest Armenian I've ever been near. Look how weird the room is now. Like that's super awkward.
I just hope he doesn't give me a bad Uber rating.
Fuck.
I love Uber. Is Jimmy here? Jimmy, are you here?
Who's Jimmy?
Schubert.
Oh, Tubit's coming in?
Yeah, he's gonna come do a quick
right.
guest spot. He has to work something out for something that's 2 minutes long. So let's get another comedian up here. His name is Kevin Elliott.
All up in the clubs to have a good time. Girls is on the way with a Bacardi. Bottles and models talking all of that. No, I can't forget.
Kevin Elliott, everybody. Come on.
What's up? How you guys doing, man?
Hey.
All right. I had a good day today. I played video games today and finally beat my son. Those are two separate things.
That's good.
You know? No, I don't literally beat my son at video games. What it is my son's so cool, man. We do he's 5 years old. And when he was 2, we would go to the mall because I bought these shirts that were matching t-shirts and they both said hung like a 5-year-old. And mine's more true than his. Still. But nah, we're cool dudes together. He's a real funny guy. I think one of the coolest things about him is he sees what I see in DJs. And what DJs is they look exactly like my mom when she would be on the phone and washing dishes at the same time. Just how does that get nothing? I don't I'm done.
How does that get nothing? No, it's fun. It's an act out. That joke's not going to translate to the podcast part of this show, but
I love your shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks a lot. My son picked it out.
Of course he did.
Yeah, he told me to wear it tonight.
Aw.
That's
I know.
How long you been doing stand-up?
Man, that's a tough question to answer. I did 8 years and then took 7 years off.
Whoa.
And then started back up in January again.
Gotcha. Why the 7 years off? You had the kid.
Yeah, married and kid, divorced now, so jump back in at 7-year itch.
Heck yeah.
Well, now you have a bevy of material from marriage and divorce.
Yeah, no, I do.
Life
but, you got that
experience.
minute. I'm trying to just punch it in as quick as I can.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I've been going first.
No, you go. Fine.
No, it's fine.
I did
Ladies
forget
first.
the Despicable Me joke. I feel terrible about it. I look just like the guy.
The
Yes.
Key,
Ew.
the key to stand-up comedy, I feel like a major part of it is making the improvised or making the rehearsed look improvised.
Yeah.
And I felt like to some extent you were just trying to recite the jokes, and they're probably new, and you're just trying to remember them. But the audience wants to feel like you're just talking to them about your day, like that's kind of the deal. And so my I guess your jokes are fine. It's just I just kind of felt like you're reciting them.
Yeah.
So that's
100%. I agree with you. That's exactly the way it came out.
Yeah.
I mean, as I was doing it, I was like, "Oh, Jesus, here we go."
So maybe
I'm
just
right down that path.
make it more conversational, or maybe I know it's hard because you're just getting called up and it's kind of a tense moment, but just loosen up on stage a little bit. And I mean, again, you have a minute, but when you're up there for reals, fucking chill out a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, be more like you. I felt like you bailed on your material,
I
even though it
did.
was rehearsed. You pulled away from it immediately. Like, fuck, I didn't get a laugh. I'm done. Just you're not going to get a lot of laughs, so just keep going. You know what I mean? You just have to barrel through those. That's how it comes more.
Yeah. It's like a chick, man. You can't just kind of touch him and then pull away.
You really got to
gotta
poke
be
hard. No,
you
I'm
gotta
kidding.
be like, hey, how's it going?
Just to break through these cobwebs, you
Spit
got to
on
get
your
in
finger.
there. You got to really fist it out. Anyway, I'm a pig, and I apologize.
You got to go in like this. You can't just
Yeah.
go punch her in the vagina.
Right. And I like a few punches to the twat at first, and then that loosens things up.
I mean, I'm talking post foreplay.
Right, naturally.
I mean, that's how I tell girls I like them.
Now that he's single and wearing a Ninja Turtle shirt, I can see myself wearing that tomorrow.
I can see myself wearing you.
Oh, as a hat.
Hello. You want a new 5-year-old, Eleanor?
I just dried up a little bit. Anyway, what nationality are you? Can I ask?
I am Jewish as can be.
I felt it.
Can you see the back? Look at that.
I
My
sleep
doctor
with so
said a
many
yarmulke will
Jews.
clear that right up.
Yep. You should wear a yarmulke.
Yeah.
That's cute. I like Jews. I do. I sleep with a lot of them. I'm trying to make it in show business. Don't judge me, fuckers.
That's great. I do the same thing. It's fine.
Yes, we all do.
I
Here
love
he is.
I love the shirt.
He's leaving on the Jew comment. Oh, okay. You're staying.
Oh, he's here.
Did you get cold? All right. So you
Maybe
want us
he's
to turn it off?
Maybe he's allergic to Jews.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Most of us are. But we have to put up with them. I like it. 5 years old, huh?
Yeah,
All right,
5.
yeah.
Does he live with you or the mom?
50-50. It's
Nice.
split. Yeah. I actually, believe it or not, the reason we got divorced is because we literally are just best friends. I mean, that's it. We're mature about it.
Oh, cool.
The whole
Oh,
nine.
that's
Yeah,
good.
it's great.
That's great for
Yeah,
the
that's
kids.
nice.
too,
It's great.
Yeah.
So
You guys just couldn't. You're like, I don't
We
want.
were
My parents are
roommates, man. We
friends.
were
Yeah, I don't-
roommates with a child.
it's better than having 2 dads.
So now,
That came out wrong. I'm sorry.
so now you're single now.
Yeah, don't hit on me like that. That's like weird.
Yeah, that was a weird way you said it.
Well, no, I'm just curious. because,
Trying to
I
get
mean,
this video together for Tommy if you could help him out.
How often do you let your 5-year-old decide what you're gonna wear now that you're single?
Every day, man.
Really?
Good,
Every
yeah.
day. You should see the kind of pussy I pull at elementary schools. They love my clothes.
That shirt is
Oh, I
hot.
see that one.
Yeah.
I see that one.
That's a
Yeah.
whole just
It's a
bevy
pedophile
of untrolled tail.
thing, and
Yeah.
I know they can't
ain't got
complain
shit to-
Turtle tail.
because they don't know what it's supposed to be like, which
Yeah.
is great.
Because they haven't probably had it in like 5
This
years.
is horrifying. I'm not a pedophile. I feel terrible for saying this out loud.
We're talking about the moms, right?
Chris got all nervous. They can hear us, you know.
I
We're
was
talking about
talking about
moms,
the
right?
moms. Fuck.
Yeah, no, me too. Yeah.
I want some turtle moms.
Kevin, that was fun, and that first joke was awesome.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for coming on. He's Kevin Elliott, everybody.
Kevin
He's
Elliott.
on Twitter at Kevin_Elliott. Now for a special part of our show, working something out for something. I'm sure it's something for TV. Put your hands together for a favorite here on Kill Tony and one of my favorite comedians. It's Jimmy Shubert, everybody.
I'm gonna have to read this shit, and we don't need a fucking timer. So, I went hiking this weekend because a chick I'm trying to have sex with said, "Why don't we go hiking?" I said, "Sure, let's get out in nature where it has the upper hand. Maybe we'll run into a cougar, the bad kind, and she'll drag me away by my head, and then I'll have an excuse not to go hiking again. Would you like to go hiking? I would, but I don't have enough meat left on the side of my skull to make for a decent snack for a mountain lion. Maybe we could just go to the zoo, and you could shove me over the railing into the lion exhibit. That way they won't need a helicopter to find what's left of my body." All right, let me show it there. So I like to have sex, so now I'm hiking. I hear something behind me. I look back, and barreling down the trail at full speed is a guy on a unicycle. I swear to God, they're out there. It's a new thing. There's videos on YouTube. It's called Muni, short for mountain bike unicycling. Yeah, because every dumb activity needs a dumb name. They're out there right now, sliding down the face of Kilimanjaro on a runaway front bicycle tire like an out-of-work birthday clown looking for a happy hour. I really should commit this to memory. I grew up in Philadelphia. To me, a unicycle is what you were left with when you left your regular bike in a bad neighborhood. Look, it took mankind thousands of years since the invention of the wheel to figure out you could attach it to a frame and then attach another wheel to it. You don't get to reverse all that progress because you take your IQ with a tire gauge. And don't hit me with Jimmy. You don't know the athleticism and coordination to take. Yeah, you know what takes a lot? Using a pogo stick to play King of the Hill with a bighorn sheep is fucking tough too, but it's still a bad idea. I mean, I'll watch kids all day long on skateboards turn hand railings into vasectomy clinics, which I think is a good idea because they shouldn't reproduce. But there's no way you need to go down the face of Malcolm Kidley on a fucking abdominizer wheel. And this Ringling Brothers reject is yelling, "Everybody out of the way! Everybody out of the way!" Shit, I fucked up my nose. Fuck.
You got this. You got this.
Turns out there were two of these nutbags, as it was a husband and wife team.
No.
Yeah, swear to God. To me, that just looks like a good alibi to kill off your spouse. We were doing what we love to do, going down a sheer cliff face on the most unstable form of transportation ever invented. And I'll never forget it. She went over the cliff. I'll never forget the unsurprised look on her face as she died on a mountain on a unicycle. And of course, like anything else I don't like, they have groups that meet up so they can hang out and discuss their tire. I mean, what hobbies did they reject? Live shark tossing? Who wants to do the 100-meter swim in concrete pants? And the fan favorite, the blindfolded javelin catch. Listen, if you need to go to these extremes to feel a rush, you're not doing it right. You want to rush? Come back to adult land and try raising 2 kids and managing a mortgage and paying the cell phone of a 16-year-old who tweets 36 hours a day. And the only rush you'll need after that is getting those 2 kids out of the house so you get my lazy ass off the couch to go on a hike. Sorry, man. I was fucking nervous. I was nervous.
How long have you been doing stand-up? That was horrific.
I just started today.
You have to bring your notes up here, you piece of shit.
Hey, fuck you. I was working on this shit all day.
Nice set, Janine Garofalo.
That was awesome, man.
Last week I was on this panel, bitches.
Shit's going great for you, huh, Jimmy? That last comic standing's killing right now. I love you.
Congrats, man.
10 years ago, it would have been Last Comic Snorting, but we've all come a long way.
We could go back.
No, never. I hung up my straw.
I know this Armenian guy is a real big cokehead.
You hung up your straw.
It was a Hall of Fame career. I retired my straw.
That's awesome.
Thanks, guys.
Can we ask what you're working on it for? Or
yeah, I'm taping something Wednesday night.
That's
Killer.
awesome.
Top secret.
That's
Top
awesome.
secret.
I love that. That's the good stuff.
No secret, no more.
I blew through all my TV shit, and now I'm fucking writing everything.
Yeah, now you have to start from scratch. That's fucking awesome. That was absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for
What
sharing
was
it with
funnier,
us.
how nervous I was or trying to rush through it?
It was all awesome.
You're amazing.
All right, I'm going to
You're
sit
the
back
best.
and watch you critique people.
No, go downstairs
Thank
and
you
do it
so
again.
much. The great Jimmy Shubert, everybody.
Tube-it.
Oh my God, he's one of those guys
grow
that
up.
sometimes
That was so
it
funny,
makes me
yeah.
laugh so hard where I feel like I'm gonna have a stroke or something.
That asshole got a duck so mad at me on the golf course that it chased us for like 300 yards, just snapping at me. I was in the cart. Jimmy's just fucking laughing his ass off. And I really thought I was going to get injured by a duck.
I love him.
How did he piss off the duck?
I don't know, called it a name.
Probably cursing at it.
I don't remember what
in
the
a
fuck
language
he did, but he
that
got
no
it
one
going,
knows.
and he
Yeah.
fucking, it was coming after me. He's like, it was like when the Armenian guy was up here.
That's awesome. Well, let's move on to our final segment of the show where our 2 lovely regulars always come on. We have two young ladies that have been being built here on the show since we started it. Yeah, they do a new minute each week.
$600
That
women.
sounds creepy. You
Started
have to
off
say
with
that. It's
110.
Well,
we're building them. They're not ready
No,
yet.
yeah, they're robots. They're not
We
actually
have the
human.
technology.
She doesn't have quite the body I want her to have yet, but...
Remember
Yeah,
that old horror movie, Frankenhooker?
No.
Yeah.
I'm renting it
Dude's
tonight.
girlfriend gets like chopped up in like a mulcher or something. And so dude goes, like her head's fine. Dude goes out, hires a bunch of hookers, kills them, and makes like a Frankenhooker with his girlfriend's head so that she'll live
Does she have
again.
like bolts on this side? And
Yeah,
stuff?
yeah.
Wow.
It's fucking 80s.
Do these girls have bolts?
hilarious.
Yeah. Oh
Do
yeah.
they have bolts?
No, yeah, but you
All right,
can't
I
see
wanna
them.
see those.
It's under their clothes.
I'm excited to see them.
So let's do it again, shall we? Going first this week, you know her from the Dysentery podcast and as a regular on Kill Tony. Super funny, goofy style. Put your hands together for the great Sarah Wineshank, everybody.
What's up? Hiccups are humbling. You get a bad case of the hiccups, It's hard to not feel like a jackass. Babies hiccuping, that's adorable. But a grown-ass man hiccuping, not so adorable. Hiccups are humbling. It's hard to take yourself seriously whilst hiccuping.
Yeah.
I'm a bad bitch. These are just some hiccups, guys. Bear with me. Everyone else feels like a jackass for you when you get the hiccups. They're like, Brent, drink water, hold your breath. Turn around, Brent. Becomes like a weird team building exercise. Everyone's involved. We're gonna make it through, Brent. We're gonna get rid of this bad spell. You look like the Gordon's fisherman in this.
That is true. He does look like the Gordon's fisherman. For you podcast listeners, Sarah just did a little crowd work there at the end, and she nailed it. That is a big yellow jacket. I like that. I like that premise. I like that bit. I think you can get into the meat of it a little bit faster by getting into. And well, first, my one note would be that you say hiccups are humbling. Like it almost seems like you're about to talk about you having hiccups, and then you say a grown-ass man having hiccups. Like that's sort of just like. I think what's great about what you talked about is how you got into how everybody starts to try to help with the hiccups.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, that's where it got funner.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that.
And so you could probably expand on that more, like the types of somebody trying to scare you and somebody telling you to drink water upside down and all the crazy shit. Like
I'm sure it's been done though. You know, I'm sure the whole hiccuping material has been done before though.
Yeah,
Probably.
I'm not saying put it on a
But
CD.
it's her spin on it. What's wrong? But it's her
Yeah,
spin
yeah. I'm just
on
saying.
it.
I wonder how many times it's been done before because I didn't think of that until you guys said, "Yeah, it's all about." Because that was the funny part. Where
people helping.
And it feels like I've heard a million times people talking about drinking water, doing the hiccuping material.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But again, you know,
It's humbling though. It's humbling as shit. I was on a plane once with I'll say Dice Clay and should I say it doesn't
No,
matter.
yeah, I said that
Nobody
you
gives a
open
shit.
it.
Okay, yeah,
she
but
tours with Dice.
He
everybody.
had a hiccup fit, and we had to land and go to the fucking emergency room. And you've never laughed so hard when you're on a plane. And Dice is hiccuping.
That's so funny.
Uncomfortably and wouldn't stop.
Hickory dickory.
What the fuck is happening? They thought we were kidding. They thought we were fucking around. Nobody was trying to help. You know, they were like, "Oh, he's a comic. He's an asshole."
What did they say it was? Did they even have any cure for that?
No,
Were
and
they
it was 2 days.
Hold your breath.
It was
Oh my
2 days
God.
he got the hiccups for. I mean,
That's
I was
crazy.
fucked up.
Yeah, that's scary.
Sounds like torture. It was funny for a minute, and then after 2 days, I'm like, "Hey, you gotta fucking stop, man. You gotta figure something out."
That's
Get your
so
shit
funny.
together.
Yeah.
So should I lose the hiccup material or keep the hiccup
No,
material?
I
keep
say work
expanding
it.
on your
I
own
say
take
play-
on it. I mean,
yeah.
everything's been talked about before, every single thing, and
Except anything
everybody
I've talked
has
about.
everybody has different takes
That's
on
true.
everything. It's what your take is, and if you expand more on that group effort of trying to get the person to not
Yeah, just see what comes up.
hiccup,
You know?
yeah.
You might
and
come
I
up
want to
with the
know
greatest
what's
joke
more
ever.
emasculating
up?
about, like you say, you know, it's. I don't know if emasculating was the word.
Demasculating.
What's that?
Demasculating.
Is it duh?
Demasculating.
Is that the word?
Oh, I thought you were.
Demas. You guys know what I mean. You know
No.
what I mean?
I thought she was being silly.
What did I say?
Demasculating?
What is it?
No, I think you
That's
said
what I thought you were
debilitating
doing.
or something.
I said, okay, what does it mean when you're not? It's feminine, not masculine. Demasculating? Isn't that demasculating? Emasculating?
All right, let's
Still
not
E.
turn this into an English class.
You guys, I don't
Somebody
know.
asked Siri.
Someone fucking Google it.
Demasculating.
No, but I would just, you know, I think you could just be. I think it's emasculate. It is emasculate.
Yeah,
Thank
definitely.
you guys. Thanks for coming through. Oh, God.
But yeah, let me know.
Somebody had enough minutes to find out. Thanks.
Yeah, I want to know more of why it's emasculating too, because you
Okay.
say it, and I was kind of expecting you to like have an example of like a guy hitting on you and then hiccuping or something like that. I wanted more explanation about
It's
that.
like a cute sound, too.
It is a cute sound.
It's not like a belch. It's like a...
You can't control a little
yeah,
air.
yeah.
Yeah.
Can't suck that up, huh? Little pussy. Oh, sorry.
Sarah, thank you so
Thank
much.
you guys.
Sarah, that was great.
Another fun, goofy premise with Sarah Weinshank. That's sort of her style. She takes like little things that
Bizarre,
you sort
yeah.
of notice and expands on it, tries to find different ways in. Yesterday, she had us all cracking up. She talked about the crock pot.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was very fun about how it's such a lazy person's, lazy cook's.
Yeah.
That's right. We
favorite
had a
thing.
conversation about that because I didn't
Not
know what
that
a crock
lazy.
pot
That shit
was.
takes forever.
Yeah.
Like it's a crock. Like I don't use it other
Yeah.
than.
Sounds like you do. You were very
No, but
excited.
it's just one of those things you set and then you leave, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I only use it like for me. It's only been a Rotel machine.
A Rotel machine?
Yeah, you
What's
make
that?
Rotel. You don't know what Rotel is?
Oh, the cheese dip?
Yeah, the queso stuff.
Oh, right.
nice.
Quesadilla. Yeah, I remember that.
I'm from Kansas. It was kind of a staple.
Sad.
Your final comedian of the night and the other regular on the show dropped out of college with 1 year left at the University of Florida because she came here and did her first set right here on Kiltony, and she's been here every Monday since. It's the one and only Kimberly Congdon, everybody.
Go, Kimberly.
Whoa.
Hey guys, I think that people like me deserve a little more credit. Let me tell you why. Because we have Mother's Day, we have Father's Day, but I don't get why we don't have I figured out how to pull out day. Or I'm chasing my dreams day. And I feel like every time I tell this joke, I offend a mother, and I know what you're thinking, but yes, I do know what I'm missing. I just don't want my wildest fantasies to be about sleeping through the night. I think that past relationships, guys cheating on me, has made me a little bit paranoid. Today, I had a male coworker, print something out for me. I said, "Thank you so much," and he was like, "Don't mention it." And I said, "Why the fuck can't we talk about it?" Who else are you printing shit for?
Fuck yes. Kimberly
great
Congdon.
idea.
That was a great minute.
Congrats on getting out of Florida.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude.
Thanks,
Definitely.
dude.
It was awful.
Are you from there?
Yeah, I grew up in Florida.
What part?
Kind of the same area as.
South.
Yeah,
Florida.
it was Palm Bay.
Okay. Yeah.
yeah.
At least that's a little better.
No, it smells like sneeze.
It smells like who?
Sneeze. That's how I describe
Sneeze.
it. It's just like a town that's like dirty and smells sickly. I'm just kidding. If
I
anyone
like
from my
it.
town's listening, that's so rude, right? Just kidding.
They
Miss you
know.
all.
They know what they're in for. They're into. Yeah,
They
they
get
know
it.
it.
I don't think they have technology there.
Oh, there you go.
The only thing I would really mention is say, because you kind of say it at the end, but I would just be like, I'm a single woman. Why? So I don't know. Something like you were like, why isn't there
Don't
a
look
day
at me.
for
You
people?
started this.
I know.
He looks like help.
You said what? What you said? Why isn't there a day for people like me?
Yeah, there's Mother's Day, but there's no days to celebrate people that are like achieving their dreams and have. But
Yeah.
I guess that's just because everything else is great, right? Forever.
I don't know. I like the joke.
Yeah.
The only one that confused me was. I'll shut up.
No.
You were going to say,
Was
live,
it-
live
The
your
pulling
dreams.
out because you.
The pulling
The
out.
pulling out thing, because you didn't figure out how to do that. You're just with guys
That's
that
right.
figured out how to do it.
Unless you know hop off quicker.
I mean, you
don't-
push too. It's like an effort. It's a team effort.
It
Yeah, I
could be a
guess
team
so.
effort, but
He pulls, you push.
so push out.
Yeah.
So
There's
maybe
almost a
push
whole
out
nother
instead
bit
of pull
in that.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a pusher.
Right.
That's
I like
true, I
that.
am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've learned how to hoist off
Which is
quick.
another
What do
term
you
for a
just
drug
look into
dealer,
his
I think.
eyes for that look?
What?
You just look into his eyes for that look.
Yeah,
and then
you know,
knows
you
that-
feel it.
Or you start
you
to
know
feel
when
that
it's building
eruption.
up. Yeah.
Fuck off of this.
I love what you just did. You just she
did.
just
I was like,
grabbed the bottom
now I
of
know what
Chris's
it
arm and
feels like.
squoze a little bit, that pulsing feeling. I always wondered if girls can feel that.
Hell
They can
yeah,
feel
we
that.
can.
huh?
We know when it's happening.
Oh,
We
yeah.
know that stupid
Just that-
face you make too. So
That's why they
fucking
know. That's why when you
giveaway.
try to fake it and like you didn't do it, they're always like, "We're done." I know
Right.
you.
Well, awesome job, Kim.
Thanks.
Great stuff.
I like that.
Thank you so much.
Good job. Good job.
Can you say my Twitter handle?
Yes, at Kimberly Congdon on Twitter and at Princess Shank on Twitter. I guess
She
I
is
did.
a pusher. I like it.
Yeah, she did. She'll get me to push out
Yeah.
promos. It's true. I'm sorry. Sometimes I forget because
She's got
normally
a
it's
year of
written down.
college to make up for. Push her shit out
Kimberly
there, man.
Congdon, at Kimberly Congdon, at Kimberly Congdon on Twitter, and at Princess Shank on Twitter. Our two lovely regulars, everybody. There they were. Thank you,
job.
Jimmy Shubert, so much. He's at Jimmy Shubert on Twitter. Follow him. He's on Last Comic Standing. Chris, you are I Am Chris Porter, right? Anything else coming up you want to promote? The road or anything? What do you got?
I'll be in Hartford, Connecticut in a couple weeks.
Sweet.
If you want to hear jokes in a mall, come on out.
Eleanor, you're EJ Kerrigan on Twitter.
Yes, EJ Kerrigan, and I will be back in Vegas the 16th through the, I'm sorry, the 19th through the 22nd at the Hard Rock with Dave.
Awesome. Josh Martin is at Josh Martin Comic, one of my favorite people. Trying to get rid of the bed bugs. Best of luck with that. We're going to help you out. And I'm Tony Hinchcliffe. Brian.
I'll be in Florida with Sam Tripoli August 8th, 9th, and 10th. Tampa, Jacksonville, and Orlando.
Ooh la la. Florida with Tripoli. That sounds crazy.
That sounds dangerous.
Come see us at Comic-Con at the end of July. We're going to be there live from San Diego. The whole crew. Kimberly, Sarah, Josh, and some amazing, amazing, amazing guests that are so special we can't even talk about
Yeah.
it. That's when you know it's really good. So even you LA people, take the little 2-hour drive and come have fun with us for Comic-Con. Live audience, thank you so much. So awesome. See you guys soon.